right, coming up next, a flyweight matchup between Sergio Pettis and Joseph Benavidez.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round one. Joseph Benavidez, very fast starter, nice mix of wins by knockout and submission. Only losses to top competition. More often than not, when he's fighting the also-rans, it makes for a quick night at the office. Joseph Benavidez back in the octagon tonight. Benavidez gets caught by the inside leg kick. Joe, your thoughts on what we might see here early?
Look out for the overhand right of Joseph Benavidez. He will throw it hard and throw it often.
Well, he's been good tonight, but he missed with that one. That punch will work right through the guard.
Head kick.
Nice punch there by Benavidez.
Oh, spinning back fist.
He blocks the punch.
Oh, we caught him with that right hand.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, how good is that jab? Looking to establish the jab here, nicely done by Pettis. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown for him. Beautiful entry there. Benavidez gets caught with that punch.
Big body punch. He's now working from full guard.
Oh, you don't want to be anywhere near his guillotine. This could be trouble.
He escaped the guillotine.
And he connects there.
Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position.
Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from bottom. Connects with the punch there.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground, staying busy.
Oh, he's going for his arm now.
And he got his arm loose.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the round.
Side control. Half guard.
90 seconds and counting here in our opening round.
Big punch from the bottom. Stepped over into half guard.
Both fighters back to their feet now. Oh, he connects there. Well, Joe keeping his opponent at distance with that effective jab.
He's doing a really good job of timing his shots and landing a good series of strikes here.
Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed. Nice punch by Pettis. Straight right hand, no good. Right hand upstairs. Oh, hook to the head by Pettis.
Both men landing in that exchange.
Missed with that attempt.
You heard him again.
Benavidez's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Here we are, early round two. All right, so here we go with round two. We'll see if these fighters get after it. You saw at the beginning of round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Entertaining round, don't get me wrong, but we will see here in round two if there's an uptick in the aggression on both sides. And he connects there, Joe. Oh, he snaps off the jab yet again. Beautiful use of the jab, really, start to finish tonight. Did it in the previous round, and picking up right where he left off here.
Tags him.
Lands a big elbow there.
Man, that is rough. Oh, very nice. Beautiful jab. And there he swung with a haymaker. Head kick.
Huge right hand!
This could be it right here. Body kick, look at that.
Big body shot.
Body.
Man, these guys are throwing back and forth.
Oh!
Man!
Oh, head kick. Oh, flying knee. Huge uppercut misses.
Goes in and secures the takedown. We passed the midpoint here of the fight. Pettis gets up and decides to take this fight back to the feet despite having a dominant position on the ground. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive than we saw in round 1. And
oh, he tagged him though. He hurt him.
He's got him hurt here.
Misses a huge hook to the head.
Oh!
Oh! Attempts a big hook to the head, but misses. Oh, very nice. Really missed with that right hand.
Splits the guard and connects with the punch. Pettis gets double underhooks here in the clinch. Normally now he'll try to change levels and go for a
takedown.
Oh,
he got tagged again. He's hurt. He is clearly in big, big trouble. This fight is dangerously close to being stopped. Hurt him with that spinning back.
Both of these guys going all out. High action fight here.
Hard straight punch. Nice takedown.
Well, he gets up again here, but he looks hurt. Lands a punch there, Joe.
Nice kick to the body.
Pettis' cut is getting worse. The cut man chomping at the bit to get in there. He'll have to wait for the break between rounds if we get there. 2 rounds in the books. And there is the horn. Big 5 minutes for him there. Great round from Benavidez.
Yeah, that knockdown should have won him the round. It was a big moment in the fight.
Nice leg kick there by Benavidez.
He's hurt. Big shot to the liver. He is stunned. Beautiful hook.
What a fight we got going on here.
Here, nicely done.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Pettis.
He lands a big shot from the bottom. Now he's in full guard. He's in full guard here, and he's landing some nasty strikes.
Splits the guard, connects with the punch there, Joe. Oh, worked hard to get up again, but he looks like he's compromised. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. How about that shin? He missed with that jab attempt there. Benavidez gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there. And busy as he looks to improve position here. 2 minutes to go in our 3rd and final round.
Good shot to the head.
That landed. Back to the feet now.
Trying to pass here. Oh, he gets reversed. Good scramble.
Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure.
Oh, big left hand.
He's got him hurt here.
Big spinning back fist lands.
20 seconds left.
Really threw a lot of power into that uppercut, but missed. Oh, both men exchange.
Beautiful. They go the 15-minute distance. What a fight.
And here's the end of the fight. Beautiful strike here, lands on target.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest. 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Sergio Pino.
Well, what a moment for this young fighter here tonight as he gets the nod by way of decision. I thought both fighters had their moments in the fight, but in the end, he was the better fighter tonight and deserved to get the nod. And this is going to be a confidence builder for him moving forward, I would think, as well. I think his skills are starting to turn that proverbial corner, and we'll see if he can take his game to the next level as he moves forward here in the UFC. All right, straight ahead, a middleweight matchup between Sugar Rashad Evans and Anderson Silva.
Ready, fight. Ready.
Here we go. So here we go at the start of round one. Anderson Silva didn't even go to a decision from 2004 to 2009. He has been a fast starter. Most of his UFC fights ending in round one or round two. We'll see how he approaches the early going here. Joe, how does he approach this particular challenge today?
One thing to keep an eye out for in this fight are the counter strikes of Anderson Silva. He is one of the best in the world at catching fighters as they try to close the distance. Both guys just trying to figure each other out now.
Evans' strike attempt there is blocked. Silva gets hit by that leg kick. You may want to start checking some of these. He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Oh, wow. Huge head kick. Left hand lands flush over the top. All right, under 3 minutes now to go in round one. He is throwing that
huge right hand.
Fight-ending intentions.
What a wild exchange!
Well, that'll quiet the storm. Shot blocked by Evans. Just over 2 minutes now to go. Trying to establish that jab once again. Evans' hook shot gets blocked. The defense saw that one coming. Just misses with the straight left hand. Oh, he left his head wide open to absorb that straight hand. He has shown a vulnerability here by leaning in right into his opponent's range. Joe, huge.
Big shot to the liver. He is hurt bad. Head
kick. 20 seconds to go in round one.
Oh, beautiful takedown. He's doing a great job of utilizing the ground and pound here, really getting off some excellent shots.
Punches blocked. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. The left hook hits home. That shot blocked by Silva. Do we show you the total strikes? Oh, big shot! He's got him hurt here.
Big shots! Oh, what a leg kick! Just missed with a huge kick.
Well, he's landed some excellent shots in this fight. fight tonight, but more often than not, it has been one and done. So the emphasis now moving forward, combinations.
Oh, big knee! He's clearly hurt. Nice leg kick.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two.
He's doing a great job of moving.
Remaining active here in his pursuit of the submission. Another attempt here.
Throw that leg down. Push the arm across the face. Pull down on the head.
And there it is.
He got the choke for the tap.
Well, yeah, Joe, he told us during fight week he's been working dutifully on his submission game, and he was going to look for an opening here tonight. Safe to say he found one. Near perfect setup on the choke. It was sunk in deep, and his opponent had no choice but to tap out or go to sleep.
And here we can see it again. That's a real tight choke here. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Gaines called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 50 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, Anderson the Spider Silva!
Well, his smile lights up the room, and his performance lit up this arena tonight. Congratulations to the wildly popular Anderson the Spider Silva. No matter where we go in the world, Joe, you know Silva is about as beloved and respected as it gets, and you've got to think he still finds it in him to enjoy a UFC win of this magnitude. Coming up next, it's a heavyweight collision between Alexei Oleinik and the Black Beast, Derek Lewis.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. Opens with the left hand and lands flush.
It appears a cut has opened up on his cheek.
Another shot lands upstairs. Nice punch there by Alexei Oleinik. Just misses with the jab there. Oh, nice straight. That'll work.
Oh, double jab.
And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it. Man, Joe, he continues to leave that head open. His opponent's got to be salivating at this point in time. That jab has been there all night. You got to get that head off the center line. Oh, strong punch there by the Black Beast. Back and forth we go here.
Here's a single attempt.
First takedown attempt is there. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Nice hammer fist.
Oh, he got reversed. Looking to secure a choke.
And now he's got that arm under the chin.
Looking for that choke. Traps that arm. Very nicely done. He got it. He got it. Nicely done. Set it up. Close it off. Got the choke for the tap.
Well, you can tell he has been working hard on his submissions in his training camp. That was a near-perfect setup on that choke. Sunk it in deep, and the opponent had no choice but to tap out or go to sleep. He chose to tap out.
And here we can see it again. That's a real tight choke here. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight, Joe Rogan, as he gets the win by way of submission. Certainly one of the bigger wins of his career, and as big a statement as he could have made here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Alexei the Bubble Constrictor Alenia.
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and candidly, Joe, I'm not sure this night could have gone any better. He did have some doubters coming in. He said, I gotta mute those naysayers, and they're not gonna keep quiet unless I can actually get this guy out of there. So mission accomplished, no judges necessary tonight. He gets the submission, and now all that's left is to celebrate with his coaches and training partners. What a moment for this oncoming fighter here tonight. All right, coming up next, it's a featherweight matchup between Mirsad Bektic and Ricardo the Bully Lamas.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, a huge night of UFC action coming your way. It all begins right now as we start up with this first fight from United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Looking with the jab. Nice punch there by Bektic. Whiffs on the straight right hand. Effective punch there by Bektic. Well, he left his head open there, Joe, and he got cracked with that jab. He was almost moving into it. So let's see if he can switch up the footwork here, Joe, and make the requisite adjustments.
Big punch. Beautiful sweep.
Oh, going for a choke here, Joe. This could be dangerous.
It looks like this submission's locked. That is just amazing technique. Outstanding. Great job in establishing that submission.
Yeah, so a quick night at the office for him here tonight. He told us he wanted to be efficient. He didn't want to waste a lot of time. He felt his opponent knew the takedown attempts would be coming, and he got the fight to the ground relatively easily, and his submission skills then took over. Big, big result for him early in round one tonight.
And here's the end. And so let's look at it again from another angle. He doesn't even get a chance to tap. And one last time, excellent technique on that choke for the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division. The official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 47 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a guillotine choke, Ricardo the Bully Lamas.
Well, the celebration is on in the corner after the big submission win here tonight. He told us during fight week that he needed to prioritize a finish here. Decisions were not going to be enough to take his career where he wants to take it, and expeditiously. So, gets the submission tonight. Now the celebration is on. There got to be few things in all of pro sports as satisfying than to be able to celebrate a UFC win with your coaches and training partners. And thankfully for this young man, now that is all that is left to do. All right, coming up next, yes, a women's strawweight matchup between Claudia Godelia and Carla Esparza.
You ready to fight? Ready.
And we are underway. As strong and conditioned as any strawweight on the roster, here's Claudia Godelia. Round one is underway. She's gotten off to some very good starts in the UFC. Ask the champion, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Godelia will go for the takedown early. We'll see how soon she shoots here tonight. So both girls landing right out of the chute. she's a wrestler, Joe, so the early takedown attempt could come here. She's got to try to get this fight to the ground and set up her ground and pound. That is where her biggest advantage is in the fight. We'll see if she can get it there early.
Beautifully executed sweep. Into full guard, nice reversal.
Oh, pretty good work from the bottom here, Joe, as she tags her with that punch.
She moves to back control. Oh, look at that transition. Very, very, very nice. In half guard now.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
And the kick lands.
Well, she got kicked flush to the body there, Joe, right underneath her elbow, right.
Oh, nice
massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this one. Godelia gets in the clinch yet again.
Oh, look at that.
2 minutes now to go in round one.
She gets her back. She's going under the chin. Beautiful job. Full mount. Hip escape. Gets out of the full mount.
Trying to stay heavy here as best she can.
Trying to spin to the back.
Under a minute now to go.
She moves to the mounted crucifix. Good hammer fist. Wow, excellent movement here on the ground.
Hammer fist yet again by Esparza. 30 seconds now to go in the round. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Godelia. Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Carla Esparza.
Trying to take the back here.
The horn sounds for the end of round one.
Ready.
Round two underway. Trying to double up on that jab. Oh, nice counter there with the hook after she blocked the shot. Well played. Whoa!
This could be it.
Oh! How about the slam there? That one cannot feel good.
Nice. Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground. Staying busy. Very nice sweep.
Well, you don't want to spend too much time fighting off of your back, Joe, but pretty good work here from the bottom by Godelia.
She's now back to half guard. Big shot. She's moved into side control. Trying to spin to the back.
3 minutes to go in round two. Working on a choke here, potentially.
The tight guillotine. That is a tight guillotine. This choke is getting...
And there it is!
Use great technique to get the choke and get the win.
Yeah, Joe, hard to find any fault with her execution there down the stretch. She set up the choke perfectly, clearly had it sunk in deep, and her opponent got to the point where she was going to go to sleep if she didn't tap out. So the tap comes, and no bigger win than the one she just turned in here tonight.
Let's see it again here. Deep guillotine choke, full guard for the tap. And finally, one more time, no choice but to tap.
So that win by submission figures to silence any remaining doubters, and that certainly puts the rest of the division on notice. Huge result for her here tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Gaines called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Claudia.
All right, so congratulations to Claudia Godelia, proving yet again to be the class of this 115-pound division. She has plus skills in every phase of the game, and her striking is really starting to catch up to her offensive wrestling game. And when Godelia is on, as she was here tonight, best of luck to her fellow strawweight contenders. Coming up next, it is a heavyweight collision between Curtis Razor Blades and Big Ben Rothwell.
You ready to fight? You ready?
We are underway. Well, prevailing wisdom coming in was that Curtis Blades would go for the takedown early and often, but as his striking has developed over several years now on this UFC roster, he is able to present a lot of different looks to the opposition. So let's see if Blades will go to the wrestling realm tonight, or maybe strike a little bit more than we've seen in fights past. There's the leg kick, that one checked by Rothwell. All right, here we go. First round is underway. You know the wrestler's going to go for the takedown attempts early and often tonight. Has to get this fight to the ground to try to employ his ground and pound style. Should have the advantage there if he can get the fight to the canvas. Kick lands for him there. Oh, and he connects there.
These guys are swinging.
Oh, beautiful entry as he secures the double leg takedown.
Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position.
Lands with the ground and pound here.
Into full guard again. He's in half guard here.
Well, just because you're on your back doesn't mean you can't throw offense. Staying busy here, you like to see that, Joe. Under 3 minutes remain in round 1. Rothwell gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Gotta shore up the defense here, though. Looking to counter with his left hand, but he misses. Well, if you're going to leave your body that wide open, you're going to pay the price, and he certainly did there as his opponent lands flush to the midsection. Nicely done as he gets the double leg takedown. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
And he passes, side control. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground.
Nice punch by the king of Kenosha, Ben Rothwell. Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades.
Oh! Nice. That one hurt.
That strike blocked by Rothwell. Under a minute to go in the round. Blades' shot is blocked.
You got to be careful when you throw the same technique over and over and over again.
Straight right hand now, just misses. Oh, and again he lands another takedown there, Joe. So really doing a nice job scoring points, and the takedowns are piling up. And he's not telegraphing his shot, and that's why he's been so successful. The opponent can't see it coming.
He's taking some big shots on the bottom.
5 minutes in the books. All right, let's get to round 2. All right, so second round underway. A little bit of a feeling out process, I guess, in that first round. Entertaining action on both sides. Nothing that wowed the crowd necessarily, Joe, but your thoughts ultimately on what we saw over those first 5 minutes. Connects there with the punch. Body kick now by Rothwell.
Look at that, he's timing that jab.
Total strikes.
Really swung for the fences with that hook, but misses. Nice shot.
All right, maybe another takedown attempt is imminent here. It's been there when he's gone for the shot early. Now let's see if he goes for another one here.
He's got a guillotine. Looking for that guillotine choke. He drops down for it.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. Just over.
And he gets out. That was a close guillotine. Now he moves to full guard.
Trying to set up a guillotine here, Joe. The question is, does he have the neck?
That choke looks locked up tight. He's free. That guillotine was close. Half guard here. And he winds up on top. He's looking to take the back.
Under 2 minutes now to go round 2.
Big punch from the top. He's got half guard.
The king of Kenosha gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there.
Excellent sweep. And he's controlling him here. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Blades' cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight.
Beautiful trip.
Switching stances here. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here. He's really starting to connect, Joe, on a lot of these strikes to the midsection. Oh, how about the slam, Joe? 30 seconds to go in round 2. Straight right is there. 15 seconds. Throwing that jab, no good. And that's the end of round number 2. Third round underway. Landed that one. Oh, he's feeling it now. Nice combination there by the king of Kenosha, Ben Rothwell. Blocks that strike. Damaging strike there. That's a really strong leg kick there by Curtis Blades.
And a good jab. Great exchanges.
Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Effective punch there by the king of Kenosha, Ben Rothwell. Blades gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Rothwell. Oh, doubles up on the jab there, Joe. Well done.
He got tagged there. Oh, that's some wrestling right there.
Rothwell's lower jaw is just nasty at this point. Really swollen in that area now.
He's gonna try to take the back, I think. He's got both hooks in. He's got the back.
Attempting a choke now.
Whenever you caught a rear naked choke, tuck the chin, turn the head towards the choke. And he's gonna transition to the back.
Just over 2 minutes to go in our third and final round. Blades going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. Looking for a guillotine.
He's got the guillotine locked in tight.
Wow.
He's in half guard here. Excellent movement here on the ground. He's going to try to take the back.
How about these two going at it?
He's in north-south position.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Curtis Blades.
Excellent punch. And he gets reversed. Back to full guard. Wow. Right hand forward now, switching to southpaw.
Rothwell gets stunned there by that stiff jab. Oh, they might call the doctor in soon here, Joe. He is bleeding like crazy. That cut, one of the worst you'll ever see. They might stop this fight.
Clean hook.
What a fight! All right, so this one goes to a decision, Joe. At times, I didn't think we'd get here. Both fighters nearly won the fight by submission at some point. Instead, they are able to hear that final horn. Tough one for the judges to call as we await the official decision.
Round 3, it looks great. Perfect technique. Tries to lock it up, but loses it last minute.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Declaring the winner by split decision,
Well, the post-fight dance was almost as good as the performance. Congratulations to the King of Kenosha, Big Ben Rothwell, and this was exactly what he was looking for tonight, a signature statement win to put him right back in the hunt at heavyweight. Certainly accomplished that goal here tonight. Big win for a big man, Ben Rothwell. It is a welterweight matchup between CM Punk and Hector Lombard.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, a huge night of live UFC action coming your way as we get underway from United Center here in Chicago, Illinois. Well, there's no denying if we go to the latter rounds that CM Punk will probably have the conditioning advantage. The question is, can he get out of round 1? He was unable to do so in his UFC debut against Mickey Gall, so the emphasis tonight on caution and patience. Might see a little bit of a feel-out process early from CM Punk. Lands a strike there. All right, first round is underway. Look for him to try to set up a takedown here, Joe. You know he's going to try to get this fight to the ground at all costs. He's got some of the best ground and pound in the game, but in order to execute it, he's got to get the fight to the ground. Oh, nice punch there by Lombard.
And a left hand behind it. Nice.
Oh, huge block. Tags him with the uppercut.
Oh, nice.
Worked hard for that single leg takedown. No good. Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, Joe, how good is that right hand?
Side control.
Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Strong bottom work here, staying busy.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground. Staying busy, working for the choke here, trying to get that arm underneath the back of the neck. It looks like he's got the north-south choke locked in nice and tight. Now he moves the arm out of the way. Now he's got the hand in play. Now he's got the two hands clasped together.
Somehow
This is very
stays
close
in
here.
the fight.
Oh, he escapes. Beautiful defense.
CM Punk gets in the clinch. Double underhooks now, Joe.
And he pummels out of it. Tosses him through the air. Beautiful judo throw. Excellent movement on the ground here. Always trying to better his position.
Lands a punch.
Moves to half guard. Now he's in full guard. Look at this. He got out of the triangle.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Lombard.
He's going after an arm. He's controlling the forearm. Throws the other leg over the face. He's going to extend the body. Look at this, though. Oh, this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Round was almost over, but he sunk in the submission and got the victory.
Yeah, you've got to admire the focus and the commitment to getting the finish. You could tell he was in hot pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets the desired result.
And one more time from this angle, we can see that arm bar locked in tight for the tap. And let's watch it here one more time. Deep submission and the tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 32 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, CM
Well, what a submission win for this oncoming force here tonight. I think he's going to be a problem for a lot of fighters in this division. Tonight, though, is all about the celebration after getting the finish that he so sought. Coming in here tonight, you see how happy his coaches are, his training partners. This is going to be a fun night for this team and one that they have richly deserved. Coming up next, it's a heavyweight collision between Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa and Andre Arlovski.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Well, it seems like this is an annual stop for the MMA leader as we are back and now underway with live action from United Center in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Well, his flying knee knockout of Rashad Coulter in his UFC debut is always going to be hard to top, but increasingly Tai Tuivasa has been doing just that. The knockout victims continue to pile up, and I know we talk a lot about Tuivasa outside the octagon, fun guy to party with. He is all of that, but this is a scary, scary heavyweight contender once that octagon door closes. All right, first round is underway. We'll see how long it takes for him to find out. Looks a little wobbly on his feet.
He is rocked.
Oh, he might be out. How about that shin?
Oh, he's getting some hip into that one.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Right on the button. Just missed with the left there. Tuivasa gets plastered by that uppercut.
And he's looking for that left.
He's got him hurt here. Oh, big left hook over the top. Well, he misses with the left punch there. Oh, straight right. Oh, nice defense there, Joe, to block that shot. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. That strike will count, establishing the jab here. Back to the jab now, no good.
Oh, big shot.
Just misses there with the left. Tuivasa gets caught with that punch. Got to shore up the defense here.
It appears that cut is getting worse. Lands a nice left.
Under a minute to go. Nice punch there by Arlovski.
Looking to feint with that punch.
Well, he's playing with fire here, Joe. He continues to be vulnerable to that jab by almost leaning into it, right into his opponent's range. Got to find a way to move those feet and ultimately get that head off of the center line.
That's a nice, clean shot.
Winded up on the right there to no avail. Clinch now. Tuivasa.
And pummels under and out of double underhooks.
Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, round two.
That last round was absolutely insane. If this round gets off to anything like the last round, one of these guys is going out. I can't imagine a scenario where if they continue where they left off in the last round, that one of these guys doesn't get knocked out.
Andre Arlovski is one of the most athletic guys to ever step into the octagon, and as a heavyweight, his emotion is so good and so quick.
We show you the total strikes. Nice punch by Tuivasa. Oh, look at him snap off the jab. That's pretty to watch. Beautiful employment of the jab here. And he connects with the punch there.
That one hurt.
The uppercut is there, Joe. Big body shot
there, too.
Both guys landing with conviction now.
Big punches here. Hard left hand.
Arlovski's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling.
Good body punch there.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Tuivasa. Just out of range with that left hook. And he is staying committed to that jab. The Pitbull gets caught with that punch. Watch the shot here, Joe.
Oh, nice straight left. Or excuse me, straight right.
So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there.
Caught him with a punch.
And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Tuivasa. Under 90 seconds to go here in the second round.
Tries a big hook to the head, but misses.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Oh, that punch will count, landed flush.
Oh, man. Oh, good count. Oh, he hurt him. He hurt him. And another one. He's in trouble.
Oh, big left. Wow. Arlovski gets tattooed with that hook. He's going to have to change some things here. Just misses with the jab.
Dropping down, looking for a single.
And he gets the single leg takedown. 10 minutes in the books.
Ready, fight? Ready.
Crowd fired up, so are we. Third and final round.
Now starting off this round, he might... Oh! He is in trouble.
Man, has his chin been tested early.
Feinting.
How about that chin? Nice defense there, huge block. And again, Joe, he's showing a vulnerability to that jab, leaning right into his opponent's striking range and leaving his head wide open to absorb damage. Let's see if he can make some adjustments here. Well, the right hand is... Whoa! He might be out.
Straight punch.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Patented front kick there by the Pitbull. Snapped off the jab nicely there. Power shots landing on both sides, and the chins continue to hold up.
There he swung with a haymaker.
Oh, he's hurt. He's got him hurt here.
This fight is dangerously close to being shot.
Huge elbow
To the head. He's stunned.
Oh, big left hook there. Oh, he
A huge barrage of strikes. He kept coming and finally landed one big bomb for the knockout.
Yeah, Joe, a near-perfect strike to end the fight and end the night for his opponent, who candidly may not have even seen that shot coming. So just the way he drew it up, exactly what he told us during fight week, played out here on fight night. He found a little opening in his opponent's defense and barged right through it to get the big knockout win.
Great angle here. Crank right on the jaw.
So a huge result and a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the big knockout win. That could hold up as one of the better KOs of the year. All right, let's go inside the octagon now. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
At 3 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Andre the Pit Bull.
So there he is, the man of the moment. Certainly maximized the showcase here tonight, Joe. He gets a big win by way of the knockout. Certainly kept the judges out of it here tonight. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way, but there will be no wiping the smile off of his face tonight. He will party deep into the night with his friends, his family. A huge knockout turned in by that man here tonight, and he has set himself up for a huge fight now moving forward inside the octagon. It is a women's bantamweight matchup between Holly Holm and Juliana Pena.
Ready to fight? Ready.
And we are underway. So here's the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion, Albuquerque, New Mexico's Holly Holm, as conditioned really as any bantamweight on the roster. Outstanding kickboxer, great hands as well, but it's been a kick-heavy attack thus far in the UFC, and that is what people are expecting in this matchup tonight.
That one hurt. Welcome to the jungle.
All right, first round is underway. Let's see how long it takes her to find her range with those vaunted, powerful overhand punches. Obviously, it's a big part of her repertoire, and more often than not in the UFC, even when opponents have known it has been coming, they have been unable to stop it. Ooh, lands to the body there. Pena gets the single leg takedown.
Now she's in full guard. Big shot from the bottom. Clean hammer fist.
Wow!
Wow, what a back and forth exchange.
She missed with that jab. Well, she continues to leave that head open, and she paid for it there. She's almost moving into the strike. She hasn't changed up her tempo, and she continues to keep her head on that center line. We'll see if she can make the proper adjustments here. Beautiful combination there by the Preacher's daughter. Oh, effective strike there by Pena. Trademark inside leg kick there by Holm. Oh, she landed a good series of strikes there. Effective strike there by Pena. Oh, effective use of the jab here, Joe. Pena gets the single leg takedown.
Right into side control. That was beautiful.
Pena gets in the clinch here. Let's see what she can do with it.
She pummels in and gets double underhooks.
And now she's got over-under. Joe, double underhooks for her here in the clinch. Pena's able to get the underhook here. Holmes got the double underhooks here in the clinch now.
And from here, transitions to the Muay Thai clinch.
Hook in the clinch there is good by Holm. Battling for hooks. Oh, Pena's got double underhooks now. 20 seconds left. Oh, she pummels under. Now she's got the underhook, Joe. Round 2 is next.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway.
Oh!
Pena gets punished by the uppercut there. That one's going to leave a mark. She blocked the punch.
Oh, nice. Really threw everything into that uppercut, but fell short.
Well, she got her head snapped back with that jab, Joe, and she continues to show a vulnerability here by almost leaning right into her opponent's range. Let's see if she can move that upper body and get her head off the center line. Oh, nice strike landed there by Holly Holm.
Hammer fist.
Holm getting absolutely worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes. Changes her stance. Nice kick there by Pena. 3 minutes to go in the round.
Good exchanges from both fighters.
Holm's torso, specifically that right side, has absorbed a lot of damage tonight. And here comes the purple, the black and blue. A definite bruise starting to form on that right side.
And she pummels under and out of double underhooks.
Now she's able to get that tie clinch, Joe.
Huge elbow to the head.
Two minutes now to go in round two. Oh, nice change up on the tempo. There's the hook in the clinch. Lands by Holly Holm. Oh, Pena's got double underhooks.
Nice shot to the body.
Battle for position here.
Oh, man, with that right leg kick.
All right, so she lands another takedown here. She's already landed several in the fight and really doing a great job not telegraphing her shot. Her game plan coming in was to get this fight to the ground, and really she's been able to do so every time she has tried.
Exactly.
Joe, she did not connect there. Well, she's got some of the best takedowns in this division, and that has certainly been a big weapon for her tonight. Look for her to set up another takedown here.
Eats a nice right hand.
Oh, and another punch by Pena. Holm gets tagged again. Another flush punch to the head.
Oh, excellent exchange there.
Landing a good series of strikes here. And that's the end of round number two. All right, so that's the end of the round, and it appears as though the cut on her lip, Joe, is only getting worse. Quick back to the stool she goes. The corner men are going to try to keep the focus, of course, on the fight, but you can see she's starting to be affected by the blood. Definitely something that bears watching here moving forward. Well, she lands another strike to the body here, and the percentage is getting high now in terms of the body strikes landed. Didn't see a lot of that earlier on, making up for lost time here. Pretty strong jab there by Pena. And she lands a nice kick.
Just missed with that huge kick.
And she misses with the left punch there. Well, she got her head snapped back with that jab, Joe, and she continues to show a vulnerability here by almost leaning right into her opponent's range. Let's see if she can move that upper body and get her head off the center line. Oh, clipped her with the jab. Holm gets the double underhooks.
Back to over-under. Tying up in the clinch here.
Oh, Pena's pummeling, works in that underhook. Double underhooks now in the clinch. We'll see what she can do with it. Pena's,
wow.
Oh!
This could be it right here. She might try to finish this fight here. Beautiful
big left hand there. Oh! Huge right hand!
This could be it.
Oh!
This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Body kick, look at that.
Huge block for her, Joe. Oh, Pena's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Oh!
Well, she went to the straight left, unable to connect. Oh, she continues to effectively employ the jab to great effect.
Look at that. Nice.
Less than a minute now to go in the round. Pena gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line.
Tying up the clinch, looking for openings.
Oh!
This could be it right here. Big shots! Not much time left.
She's going back to the jab. What a fight! All right, so to the surprise of some, this one goes to a decision. Both fighters landed a number of significant strikes. You see the visible damage on both sides. Let's see which woman emerges with the big win here tonight.
Round 3. Look at the force behind this kick that slams into the body.
The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, Juliana, the Venezuelan Vixen, Pena.
So the Venezuelan Vixen has done it again as she celebrates there with her corner men. It appears as though she is finally regaining the form that saw her vault into contention prior to that severe knee injury a few years back. When she is on, as she was here tonight, Juliana Pena is a tough out for anyone at 135 pounds. All right, coming up next, it is a welterweight showdown between Colby Covington and Rafael Dos Anjos.
You ready to fight? Ready.
And we are underway. All right, so we get another look at Rafael Dos Anjos here tonight, and you want to talk about a 5-tool fighter who can do it all. Enter RDA. He spent some time working on his boxing with Freddie Roach. Perhaps we will see some of those results here tonight. Rafael Dos Anjos yet again in a massive spot here, this time at 170 pounds.
Clean punch.
Joe, what are you looking for out of him here in the early going?
Rafael Dos Anjos is a very versatile fighter, but he is particularly good at landing devastating elbow strikes.
Covington gets caught with that punch.
Good exchange there.
Landed that punch flush. Try to establish that jab.
Good shot.
Well, he got cracked to the head there, Joe. He's going to have to change things up here with his footwork, with his tempo. He continues to be vulnerable to that strike coming back. Got to get his head off the center line. Oh, lands that punch.
He's getting off some very nice grounded pound here.
Tags him with the left.
Slides him over, and nice reversal here. Now he's in full mount. Yeah, that did hurt. You saw the wince. Hip escape, nice hip escape. Perfectly timed sweep.
Well, he's on his back now, going for the rear naked choke. We'll see if he can get under the chin.
Looks like he's got the rear naked locked in. Very nicely done.
Oh, pretty good work here from the bottom, Joe, as he tags him with that punch.
And he moves into side control.
Few kick hard
Huge uppercut misses.
Oh, nice jab by Dos Anjos.
He feints with the kick.
Oh, that's a good strike there by Godelia. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Just out of the range with that right hand.
Good combination so far from both men.
Round 2 straight ahead.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. All right, so second round getting underway now. Not a bad first round. Both fighters had their moments. Looked like at times they were just getting warmed up a little bit, perhaps a little bit of a feeling out process over that first minute. What's your thoughts on what we saw there in that first round?
Whoa! He is stumbling.
Oh!
Huge elbow lands to the head.
Well, the body was wide open. His opponent.
Oh! Man.
He's got hurt here.
Oh! Oh, nice. Oh, man. He's looking to work that mounted crucifix. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground.
And he lands a big right hand.
Nice. Powerful right hand. Back to side control.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
He secures double underhooks.
Dos Anjos' lower jaw is extremely swollen now.
Pummels out of double underhooks here.
Covington's got the tie clinch, Joe. This could be trouble. Double underhooks in the clinch. Covington's able to attain the underhook here. Nice job to pummel. Now let's see what he can do with it. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round 1. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result...
He drops down for it. And he got out. Wow, that was a deep one. In full guard here.
Going to the body there with the right kick. 1 minute. Well, Joe, he seems to have his opponent's timing down. He has landed some good shots, but nothing really in terms of multi-shot combinations, and perhaps that's why his opponent's still standing. So perhaps at this point, he could change up the power with which he throws some of these strikes, maybe alter the tempo a little bit, and try to make it so it's not just one and done when it comes to his striking attack. Lead left by Covington. Again, going back to the jab just out of range. Boy, that's the end of round number 2. So he heads back to the stool after a dominant round. Great round there from Dos Anjos.
Huge knockdown and a big moment in this round.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Oh, he clipped him! He's rocked! Hard straight punch.
How about that shin?
Clean inside leg kick.
Well, he gets cracked to the head there, Joe. He continues. Oh!
He's getting tagged.
Oh! Big left.
There's a nice exchange.
Oh!
Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy. pressure's up here.
Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Changes his stance. You'll see a lot of this from this fighter. Oh!
Kick to the face.
He's got him hurt here.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped. Good defense there.
Did get tattooed by that stiff jab. It did stop him a little bit.
He's hurt bad. He's in big, big, big trouble.
We gotta fight, folks. Big right hand lands. Oh, wow. Slams him right to the canvas, Joe.
Excellent movement here on the ground. He's got to protect himself from the ground and pound, though.
Now potentially working on a submission instead.
He's going to throw that leg over. He's got that. And he's escaped.
Well, he's been on his back here, but he's actually doing some pretty effective work, Joe. Lands a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done there by RDA.
Big body punch.
20 seconds left. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Dos Anjos. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship round. All right, so there's the horn. Confidence has to be high after that round. Great round from Dos Anjos.
Yeah, that was a big moment in that round, and probably the most significant aspect of the round.
Big, straight left.
Misses a huge hook to the head.
Slips the punch.
He's feinting with that punch, showing that punch.
See the total strikes. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Dos Anjos is lowered. Wow. Man.
Oh, he hurt him. Bad. Bad.
Oh, straight right.
Look at this. Takedown.
Just over 3 minutes now to go.
Good shot to the body.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. Under 3 minutes remain in round 4. Well, not a good look there, Joe, as he eats a shot to the body. It looks like he's becoming increasingly more vulnerable to that strike. Certainly left the body wide open on that one.
Nice.
Just out of range with the straight left hand.
Nice kick. Big power in that kick. Tagged him.
And try to further expose what surfaced tonight as an obvious weakness. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
Yeah, and he's got double underhooks here.
Over underhooks here.
Spins around, gets the back. Back to over under control.
And now he's got that tie clinch, Joe. Good opportunity to do significant damage here.
He pummels out of double underhooks.
RDA gets double underhooks, not good for the opposition here. Final seconds here.
Look at this. Good punches.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. 5th and final round. Man, I could watch this guy all day. He continues to land a high number of strikes, just as he did in the previous round. And at least to my amateur eyeballs, Joe, he's not showing any signs of slowing down tonight.
That one hurt.
Right hook attempt, that's a miss.
Inside control here. Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground, staying busy. And he lands a hammer fist.
Well, why fix it if it's not broken? Hammer fist again by Covington.
And he reverses position. Hits the reversal here and into full guard. Hammers. He's landing some serious ground and pound strikes here. Oh, there's a good shot from the bottom. Brutal strikes landed from the full guard. He hits him with a hammer fist.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Dos Anjos. Covington gets in the clinch. The battle for hooks continues. He's got double underhooks now. Keeps going back. Oh!
He's got to be careful here. He's clearly in trouble. Oh, very nice.
How about that shin? Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position. Moves back to full guard now. Excellent sweep. Reversal here, and into full guard. He's going after an arm. He's controlling the forearm. Look at this though.
Oh! Slams him to the canvas with authority, so that's one way to defend that arm bar. Pick him up, lock him down.
He's got full, oh, nope, half guard. He's now working from half guard.
15 seconds remain in the round. Dos Anjos gets caught with that punch.
Lands a good shot from the bottom. Wow, unbelievable. This crowd is on its feet. Those men just gave everything they had.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so the fight goes the distance. We await the judge's decision here. I'm glad I'm not a judge, Joe. This is a fight that was close on paper. That is how it played out. It truly could go either way.
Decision, Rafael Dos Anjos.
Well, a big win for the former UFC lightweight champion Rafael Dos Anjos here tonight. As good a pressure fighter as we have in this sport. And a lot of people wondered when he moved up to the welterweight division, would the power go with him? The answer tonight, an emphatic yes. And I think now for RDA, you can really start to think about that welterweight title picture. I know he wanted to take his time, rack up some wins. He racks up another one here tonight. We will see who might be next for the welterweight contender and former lightweight king, RDA. All right, straight ahead, we get to this most anticipated middleweight championship fight between Luke Rockhold and Yoel Romero.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. UFC middleweight championship is on the line.
Oh, good kick.
And he eats a right hand there. Got a strong jab, missed with it there though, Joe. A hard inside leg
kick. And this is a bit of a chess battle here. Really threw a lot of power into that uppercut, but missed.
Rockhold gets caught by the inside leg kick, a few more, and that'll leave a mark. Well, his opponent's got the read now, Joe, as he lands the punch to the head. He's got to change up his striking pattern and the tempo, or he's going to continue to be vulnerable to that count. Back and forth we go!
Looking to avoid that left hand.
Oh, he found the target there, Joe. Nice punch. Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss. Head off the center line, slips the punch. Oh, a huge block there. Rockhold gets touched by that leg kick attempt.
Hit him with the jab. Side kick. Nice. Good inside leg kick.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
That one hurt.
Lands a glancing right hand upstairs. That one appeared to stun him.
The champ is in big trouble. He's in deep danger right now. Who saw this coming? Oh, what a leg kick. Oh, that head kick landed.
Overhand attempt now, it's blocked by Rockhold.
Tagged him. He tagged him with that right hand.
The soldier of God gets absolutely melted by that head kick. Oh, clipped him with the jab. "20 seconds to go. Romero's lower jaw could not look much worse, Joe. Extremely swollen at this point in time. We'll keep an eye on it as this fight moves forward. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. Second round here.
Now, starting off this round, you've got to think that the barrage that he endured in that last round is still affecting him. He's going to want to start this round off and move and avoid taking any damage. Yoel is very relaxed and loose until he explodes. And he has worked very hard on managing his energy inside the octagon because he's had some problems in the past where he kind of gassed out a little bit and got fatigued. So he's really gotten very good at relaxing until he explodes. And he lulls guys to sleep. And then out of nowhere, you see lightning fast, explosive power.
How about that shin?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful right hand by the champion.
Straight punch, useful.
Oh, that hurt him.
Under 3 minutes now remain in round two.
Work, guys, come on.
Just missed with the straight left hand.
Nice inside leg kick.
Well, the offense has been there. He has landed some good shots, but not really stringing them together and putting combinations on his opponent. He's got to mix up his strikes, change his tempo a little bit, and try to get his opponent out of there by landing more than just one strike at a time.
Now he's back into full guard. He's got the leg over the shoulder. Now he's going to pull down on his shin. Now he's pretty deep. Oh, that's nasty. He's going to push that arm sideways across the face. Stunning, stunning, and he really made it look easy. Used excellent technique in getting that choke for the victory.
Well, yeah, Joe, you could tell he's been working on his submission game. That was really a choke that was set up perfectly. He got it sunk in deep, and his opponent was going to go to sleep if he didn't tap out, so he took the lesser of two evils, and he's forced to tap.
And one more time, beautiful technique here on this triangle for the victory. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the UFC middleweight champion of the world, your winner by submission tonight. And it is going to take a spectacular effort to dethrone this guy at 185 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 21 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Rockhold.
So there he is, still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after a win by way of submission here tonight. And despite the fact that the #1 contender came in and was all the rage, he got the job done relatively easily here tonight, submitting his foe inside the distance in defense of his middleweight title. Only one thing left to do tonight. That is to party. The celebration is on in the red corner with the undisputed UFC middleweight champ.